Hi everyone. In this video, we'll walk through the settings area inside iProDash. Knowing where each setting lives helps you set up your account the way your business actually runs. We're going to cover this in 4 steps. And the first step is reviewing core settings, starting with account and company settings. To set up your account, start by scrolling through the account settings page to see what's available. As you scroll, you'll find sections for your personal info, company details, notification preferences, and an accessibility helper. Once you've made your edits, just hit Save Changes down here to lock them in. Let's head back to the top to check out the next tab. Jump over to the Company tab to manage settings specific to your business. Take a quick scroll through here to see all the company level options you can configure. That covers the account and company settings. Next, let's move into navigating notification settings to control how alerts are delivered. To navigate the notification settings, jump into the Notifications tab. This page is where you control every push and alert your account sends out. Scroll through to toggle categories like job activity, new messages, and the closings agent on or off. You can also manage your linked devices and enable browser notifications from this same screen. Let's move on to managing technicians and the tech portal. To manage your technicians, head over to the Technicians tab where you'll see everyone listed out. You can sort the list by clicking the name column header. Each row shows the technician's nickname, commission, extra fee, and CC fee at a glance. Expanding a technician reveals more details, like their phone number and any job type rules tied to them. Hitting Edit opens up the full settings, where you can tweak fees, commissions, and add custom rules by job type, source, or time of day. Close out of this when you're done. Next, jump into the Tech Portal tab to handle technician logins for the field. Scroll through the list and hit Create Login next to any technician to get them set up. This form line lets you set their name, email, phone, and a password that gets sent to them. You can toggle the password visibility with the eye icon if you need to check it. Since we're just exploring, cancel out of this one. And that's the rundown for managing technicians and their portal access. With your technicians and tech portal configured, you're all set on that front. Next up, let's move on to managing job sources and rules to define where your jobs come from. To manage your job sources, head over to the Sources tab where you can see all your lead sources listed with their commission rates and fees. Expanding any row reveals quick options to edit or delete that source, along with its commission and nickname details. To add a new source, hit this button and fill in the details like name, nickname, contact info, and commission percentage. You can also set custom commission rules per job type by adding a rule and picking the job type from this dropdown. Close the modal once you're done. You can also drag and drop in any row to reorder how your sources appear in the list. With job sources and rules now configured, let's move on to managing job types, statuses, and tags. To manage your job types, head over to this tab where you'll find all the service categories your company offers. Hit the edit icon next to any job type to tweak its name or color, then close out when you're done. To add a new job type, click this button, give it a name, pick a color that fits, and confirm. You can also remove any job type by hitting the delete icon and confirming the action. Next up, jump over to job statuses, where you can manage the different stages a job can be in. To add a custom status, click here, name it something like a payment stage, choose a color, and save it. Just like before, you can delete any custom status you no longer need with a quick confirmation. Let's check out tags, which help you organize and label jobs for easier filtering later on. You can edit any existing tag by clicking the pencil icon to change its name or color. Your job types, statuses, and tags are now organized and ready to use. Next, let's move on to configuring service areas to define where your business operates. To configure your service areas, head over to the Service Areas tab, where you can see all your existing regions listed out. Hitting the edit icon next to any area lets you tweak its details in this modal. Close out of that, and let's create a brand new service area instead. Give your new area a name that reflects the region you're covering. You can define the area by zip codes, so enter one and add it to the list. If you've got a bunch of zip codes to add, use the list option to keep stacking them on one by one. Need to start over? Just clear all these zip codes with a single click. Alternatively, switch to Zip Police Radius mode, drop in a center zip code, and set it as your anchor point. A map pops up so you can punch in your radius in miles and watch the coverage area update live. Pick a color to help you quickly identify this area on your dashboard. Once you're happy with the setup, close the modal to wrap things up. Your service areas are now configured and ready to go. Next, let's move on to customizing report columns to tailor your data views. To customize your report columns, jump into the Reports tab from the Settings menu. This page controls which columns show up when you email or export reports. You've got two separate sections here, one for the technician report and one for the source report, and you can toggle each field on or off depending on what info you want included. You can also drag and drop fields to reorder them, like moving tags above address here. Just flip the switches until each report matches exactly what you need. Your report columns are now customized to display the data you need. Next, we'll move on to configuring invoicing and billing profiles. To configure your invoicing, head over to the Invoices tab. Here on the Invoice Settings page, you can scroll through and review all the options for billing profiles and company defaults. Flip this toggle on to enable automatic payment reminders, which reveals additional reminder options. You can pick how reminders get sent from this dropdown, or just toggle the feature back off if you don't need it. Scroll back up and hit Create Your First Profile to set up a billing identity. In this new billing profile window, you can set up your company info, branding with a logo and accent color, tax defaults, payment terms, and default notes for your documents. Close out of this modal once you're done reviewing. Your invoicing and billing profiles are now configured. Next, let's move on to enabling the job timer. To enable the job timer, head over to this tab in the Settings menu. Once the page loads, flip the toggle here to turn on the job timer feature. Then just save your settings to lock it in. The job timer is now enabled and ready to track work durations. Next, let's move on to managing user seats and permissions to control team access. To manage user seats and permissions, head over to the Seats tab here. Expand any user row to see their details, like the demo admin who has full access to everything. Opening up another user, such as Alex Morgan, reveals the detailed permission toggles you can fine-tune for their role. Once you're done reviewing, collapse the row and scroll back up. To bring someone new onto your team, hit Add User, and you'll get this form where you can set their info and dial in their exact permissions. Next, we'll move into setting up the dialer by managing call flows and ad sources. To manage call flows, head over to the Call Flows tab, where you can see all your routing setups listed here. Hit Create Call Flow to set up a new one, where you'd give it a name and assign phone numbers. You can also edit any existing flow using this pencil icon to update its name or reassign numbers. Next, jump over to Ad Sources, which is where you track which marketing channels your calls are coming from. Just like with call flows, you can edit any source here or create a new one to tie a phone number to a specific ad campaign. Call flows and ad sources are now configured. Next, we'll move into managing desk phone settings and hold music. To set up your desk phone, head over to this tab where you'll find all the SIP credentials needed to register any soft phone or physical device. Over in the team section, you can see the desk phones assigned to each member of your crew. Hitting the Actions menu next to a team member opens up phone management options for that user. Lastly, the Hold Music tab lets you pick from preset tracks or upload your own custom audio for callers on hold. Next, let's explore the floating action menu for quick access to dial, messenger, help, and search. To explore the floating action menu, let's first jump back into settings. A quick detour through ad sources, just to show how navigation flows. Back to the account settings page once more. Tap this floating action button down here, and you'll see 4 handy shortcuts pop out: Help, Search, Messenger, and Dial. Starting with Dial, this opens up a quick dialer where you can punch in any number. You can clear it out and check the other dialer icons for extra options. Close that up and let's check out Messenger next. Open Messenger and pick any conversation to view the full chat history with that contact. You can flip between team chats and customer chats using these tabs. Close it out and let's try the help option. Hit help and this AI-powered assistant pops up ready to answer your questions. Pick one of the suggested questions and the AI walks you through the answer. Head back, trash the chat if you don't need it, and close the helper. Last one is search, where you can type in any query to look across the system. Results show up instantly, and you can scroll through to find what you need. Close that down, and that wraps up the floating action menu. That covers the floating action menu and its quick access tools. Now let's move on to exploring the main navigation sidebar. To explore the main navigation sidebar, hover over the left edge of your screen to expand it. Once it's open, you can jump straight into the Messenger panel from here. Hit the menu button to pull up the full navigation list. Each section works as a dropdown, so you can expand jobs to see what's inside and collapse it again. The Invoices and Estimates group works the same way, giving you quick access to billing-related pages. Open up reports to see all the sub-reports nested underneath. Keep scrolling and you'll find clients and contacts, along with the marketing section. The communication group holds everything tied to messaging and calls. Under Automations and API, you'll find your integrations and workflow tools. And finally, Settings and Support wraps up the menu with your configuration options. Hit the back arrow to collapse the full menu when you're done. And that wraps up our walk through the main navigation sidebar. You've now got a full look at the settings inside iProDash. Catch you in the next one.